Don't gamble with your vagina. You don't know where that pant is coming from. You don't know who have used that pant. When other people's bacteria interact with your bacteria, of course, there's going to be communication. And when there's communication, they populate, they come together, they grow. And when they grow, we know the end result. Waiting you they find for Sokoto, e dey for your Shokoto. And that just translates to most of the time what you are looking for miles and miles and miles away is just right under your nose. And that can be so frustrating. You know, sometimes we're looking for a partner, we're looking for money, we're looking for even sometimes our earrings. And we search and search. Sometimes we even turn our wardrobes upside down after weeks and months. And the next thing we just check underneath our bed, and there it is, lying down quietly, patiently waiting to be found. And that also goes to our vaginal problems. Yo guys, welcome again to my channel, and this is Triple F with Dr. Obels. If you haven't already done so, or you're new to this channel, this is your first time you're watching, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification, because here we talk about women's sexual, physical, and mental health. And if there's any other thing you would like me to talk about, please don't forget to drop it in the comment section. Just so we're clear, down there is referred to as the vulvar region, but for this purpose, most of the time I may be referring it to as the vagina. You see, the vulvar region is made up of the vaginal opening, urethral opening, the labia majora, labia minora, the clitoris, the mons pubis. But most of the time I may just say vagina because that's what a lot of you are used to. But the vagina is just the opening, the tubular structure where of course the penis go into. Several of us have dealt with vaginal smells and discharges over and over again, and we've tried out several products, we've rubbed, we've drank, we've inserted, like what have we not done? And yet this problem just continue over and over again, and sometimes it may just be as a result of one factor that you have not taken into consideration, and that is the undies you are wearing. Today I'm going to be sharing with us 10 reasons why it is possible that those undies are responsible for the abnormal vaginal smell and discharge that you have been experiencing all this while. So that is not to say that we don't have other factors that can be responsible. I've talked about several other factors, and you can check it in my previous episode, why your vagina stinks and the vaginal discharge you should worry about. You find both links in the description box, and you can also find one of them here. So watch these episodes so that you can find out the other factors that can be responsible for an abnormal vaginal smell and discharge. So let's understand what goes on down there. Some of us, we release up to 3 teaspoonfuls of vaginal discharge every day, and for a lot of other people it may be less. And this vaginal discharge is very important because it helps to clean our vagina. Now another thing is we also have sweat glands, so we sweat a lot down there, especially for those people that like to do exercises. There are some other people that may sweat less, but most importantly, just know that we sweat there. The third thing that is important for you to note is that we also have normal flora, which are microorganisms, bacteria, fungi that also live inside the vagina, and they also help to protect the vagina from other foreign microorganisms. Now, when you're aware of these 3 factors, you know that it is important that that normal flora remains there. It is important that we continue to have our normal discharges, and it is also important that we don't over sweat down there. Even if yes, we sweat, we should make sure that it doesn't accumulate, because the bacteria, the fungi, whenever they see a hot and humid place with more water, it makes them to grow faster. So now the key thing is for us to always ensure that that place remains dry, but also that we don't eliminate the bacteria and fungi that are already present. Otherwise it will just expose our vagina to other foreign bodies, and we don't want that. And the last thing is that we don't want to wear, apply, rub, or even do anything that will upset the natural bacteria that are already there. Because when they get upset, they start to overgrow, and that may cause a lot of problems for us. The first thing we're going to be looking at is the material that our undies are made of. See, anything other than a cotton underwear should be a no-no. Why? Because cotton underwears are usually breathable, like they allow air to come in and out, so you can always have that place dry. But when you wear things like maybe silk, leather, polyester, panties, you just make that place to be humid and entrap air and moisture, and it just helps those bacteria to just grow more and more, causing us to have things like bacterial vaginosis. The second factor is wearing your pants all the time. Come on, girls, sometimes it's good to go commando. Allow that place to breathe, especially when you want to sleep. Some of us will wear pants morning till night, we wake up, we wear pants, we're going out, we're wearing pants, you're sleeping, you're wearing pants, you're at home, you're wearing pants. Girl, naked we came in, come on. Okay, that's not related. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes just be free. Open that place up so that air can go in and out. Don't choke it up with your panties, okay? The third factor is putting perfume on your pants. I don't know who brought up this idea. I don't know who thought about this, but please, if you're doing that, stop already. Because one thing you should understand is that we all have normal smells, right? And the vaginal discharge also has its own kind of scent. Now, any other smell, be it perfume or whatever, that goes to that area, it just disrupts the bacteria that are there. And once the bacteria, they get upset, they just start to overgrow, causing us to have abnormal vaginal smell and discharge. The third factor is wearing damp panties. Whenever you perform exercises or you go out and you come back and you notice that your panties are a little bit damp, take them out. Like we've explained before, if that place is humid, it encourages bacterial growth. And when the bacteria, they grow, they cause bacterial vaginosis, which is usually associated with bad, offensive vaginal smell and discharge. The fifth factor is not changing your panties as often as you should. Some of us will wear one pant from morning till night, sleep with it, and wake up the next day. Even if you don't have excessive vaginal discharge, try to change your pant at least once a day. Because when you wear one pant all through the day, the bacteria that has accumulated on the pant, they will interact with the other bacteria living inside your vagina. And of course, the air, the water that has been entrapped by that pant, they just form good culture medium, and they just encourage bacterial growth. And we know what happens when these bacteria, they overgrow. Now, the sixth factor is buying panties that have been used before. There are lots of markets where you go to and they are selling used panties. Girl, stop. Don't do it. Don't gamble with your vagina. You don't know where that pant is coming from. You don't know who have used that pant, and you buy it. Even if you want to soak it in bleach or soak it in whatever, personally, I would just advise you to buy a used pant. So please, if you're doing this, stop. Buy brand new pants. In fact, it's better to buy a cheap brand new pant than for you to buy a used pant. The seventh factor is sharing pants with your friends and your sisters or with whoever. There are emergency situations when you may want to use this option, but I will always advise you to get a panty liner. When other people's bacteria interact with your bacteria, of course, there's going to be communication. And when there's communication, they populate, they come together, they grow. And when they grow, we know the end result. The eighth factor is buying panties that are smaller than your size. Come on, apart from the fact that this can actually cause chafing and it can cause you to be uncomfortable, I see no reason why you will be buying a pant that is smaller than you. It's even worse if you are a menopausal woman because your vaginal wall is thin, and when you wear these tight panties, it just causes a lot of friction, making you to have redness, itching, and irritation around that region. So it is a no-no. Don't wear a pant that is smaller than you. It will also cause the entrapment of heat and water, and when that happens, we know the end result. On number 9, we have the color of your panties. I know some of you will be like, girl, what are you saying? But that's the truth. See, anything like black panties, brown panties, navy blue panties, army green, panties that have very dark colors, it's best for you to just save them for maybe when you're seeing your period. The issue with this is that most of the time, especially if you don't go around sniffing on your panties, you don't know when these panties are dirty. And also, if you don't have very large amounts of vaginal discharge, you don't know when these panties are dirty. So if you don't wash your panties immediately, you take them out, you may end up mixing it with your clothes, and by the time you're wearing a panties that has been used before, we know what the end result is. The 10th factor is the detergent that you use to wash your panties. What people don't understand is that detergents generally contain preservatives, emulsifiers, moisturizers, dyes, that sometimes when they continue to stick on our panties, especially when we don't wash them out properly, they just cause irritation around that region. And whenever there is irritation, we tend to produce more vaginal fluid, and when this comes together with the entrapped air, the entrapped water, plus the natural bacteria that are there already, it will just encourage bacterial overgrowth. And whenever there's bacterial overgrowth, we end up coming down with bad vaginal smell. So it is always best for us to use detergents that are dye and fragrance free, and also learn to wash your undies 2 times to make sure that you've removed every detergent on it. Now for the bonus tip, all of you that are athletes, or if you do one form of workout or the other, always make sure that you wear a pant size that is 1 size above your usual size. Why? Because when we're doing all these stretches and running and jumping, we have a lot of contraction, relaxation of muscles, and we stretch a lot of our muscles all over our body. So it's important that we use a bigger size to make sure that we don't cause chapping, irritation, and make that place conducive for the bacteria. So my ladies, if you want to be honest with yourself, which of these are you guilty of? Drop them in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this episode, hit the thumbs up button and invite a friend to also come and learn. I will see you next week, Friday. Bye. Bye. This is Funky Female Friday. This is Funky Female Friday. Hey guys, so I am really happy because we have done an extension of Triple F, and it's on Facebook. It's called Triple F Funky Female Friday. So if you are above 18, well, you're never supposed to be watching this if you're below 18. It's restricted for only those 18 and above. So if you are this and you are also a woman, do well to join us on Facebook. There we talk about our personal issues, we talk about our mental issues, health issues, business issues. We try to just help one another grow and also try to be there for each other whenever we have issues and we need somebody to talk to. So do well to join the group. It's free of charge, of course. You know, I love to give freebies.